Greeting everyone. Let us start our monthly the JCI webinar series. It is an initiative that is sponsored by the Journal of Cardiovascular Aging and really has been a wonderful platform for disseminating state-of-the-art science by the world leading authorities. And with that, it is my distinct, really, pleasure and great honor to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Philipp Scherer, who has endowed a university position at UT Southwestern. He is the director of Touchstone Diabetes Center, also at the same university, and was the interim chair of cell biology at UT Southwestern, collectively overseeing about 180 faculty and all very successful. So it is really great honor to have Dr. Scherer today, and Dr. Scherer is trailblazer. He has made numerous contributions, starting from his Ph.D. training, which was in Switzerland at University of Basel, and working on protein trafficking, mitochondrial protein trafficking. He moved to Harvey Lodish Laboratory, where he discovered adiponectin and kept focusing on adipocyte biology. He really shifted the paradigm in our understanding of adipocyte as a big fat cells that stores triglyceride to a dynamic, active endocrine, paracrine, and autocrine cells that produces a number of proteins that collectively work on regulating metabolism, diabetes, and obesity, and cardiovascular disease. Philipp, upon completion of his training, was recruited to Albert Einstein, rose the rank of academia very quickly to full professor, and was recruited to UT Southwestern to lead the diabetes center that I mentioned earlier. Philipp has published his discoveries in numerous prestigious journals. He has published over 600 papers, and he has enormous citation numbers, I think about 70,000 or something. I have to look it up, and has H-index of over by Clarivate over 127, and I think by Google is, God knows, maybe 150, 160. And he has been one of the highly cited scientists, one of the most impactful scientists of our era, always been the past 2 decades recognized as a highly influential scientist. His adiponectin paper alone has gotten 2,500 citation or more. Philipp, for his discoveries, has received numerous awards, including Triplet Crown Award from Asian, European, and American societies, as well as one of my favorite Bantig Award, which is named after the co-discoverer of insulin, as well as Gerald Raven Award, which is considered the father of so-called metabolic syndrome, which is a clinical entity involving dyslipidemia, hypertension, and obesity, and diabetes and atherosclerosis. Philipp is exceedingly an active person. He is really a five men in one. He is exceedingly active at journals as well as at NIH level. He has participated and chaired several study sections at NIH and several programs, internationally heavily involved at the leadership position with numerous organizations. He is a consultant and very much wanted consultant for various industry. He himself is very industrious and also a discoverer, loves to build, loves to find, loves to discover. And he has founded a company here on monoclonal antibody targeting toward treatment of cancer. And this originates from his work on endotrophin, which is a fragment of collagen 6 that indeed targets fibrosis and alleviate fibrosis in breast cancer patients. Philipp, also a fantastic mentor. He really has trained so many distinguished trainees who are supported typically during their training years with AHA and NIH award, and subsequently have gone ahead and developed their own academic career. This lecture is named for Roger H. Unger, which is one of Philipp's mentors, and as well as one of his friends and colleague at UT Southwestern, a pioneer in diabetes. And we are honored to name this lecture after him, which is, again, sponsored with JCA. Keep in mind, in JCA, we love all kinds of papers, although despite the name, it is not really an aging journal. Aging is very broadly defined. We're interested in all kinds of clinical, basic, and translational research. Keep in mind, we do not charge yet. And so this is the year, and journal has a very prominent editorial board. Dr. Roberto Boli was former editor-in-chief of Circulation Research, and many of these people that you recognize here. We have a number of issues. The journal is doing quite reasonably well. We have a lot of papers getting cited in our PubMed PMC, and we will be going officially this month or so to be listed in PMC, apply for it. And we expect to have overall, based on citation and downloads and others, good impact factor. We have sponsored a number of webinars you can see here, and today's speaker is Dr. Scherer, one of the most eminent, renowned, world-class scientists in adipocyte biology, the man who really transformed the field and established adipocyte as the centerpiece in metabolism, diabetes, and obesity. With that, I will turn over the podium to Dr. Philipp Scherer to make his presentation. Thank you, Philipp.